Last at Sandown's a benchmark 70. It's over 1,800 metres. Good luck if you're still alive in the quaddie. And punters hoping to dine out on the favourite, number 4, Rick's Cafe. Already one punter's had $3,000 hoping for the favourite at 320 to get them the win. Undefeated in 2 runs here, including the last start and previously at this trip. Does like it firm underfoot. Number 11, Georgie Get Mad. On the 7-day return, $4 and holding pretty steady there. Ran second here last week and asking to play and has been placed in the last 2 in a row. Number 8, Unseen Ruler, has dropped down on the third line of betting, and Sir Rockford jumps up into $8 from $9 earlier. But 320 favourite is number 4, Rick's Cafe. Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on your screen or visit the website.
This mounting yard is brought to you by the Racing.com app. Download for free today.
Big event, picnic takeables, handicap over 1,800 metres, a benchmark 70. The title sponsor's gear would need to be undercover at the moment because we've got weather here for the last at Hillside, the likes of which we frankly haven't seen in Melbourne for the last few weeks. Horse one to evaluate here, BZ, is Taramansour, who kicked off and got on under the guard of many here at the end of August.
It was a good return, first up for Philip Stokes, and defeated Sirius Black, who we saw come out and win earlier. Just whether he can maintain that same level of dash in his legs going to the 1,800 metres second up, but he might have just improved this time in with a new stable.
Really well prepared for this, no issues with the way he's parading, he's ticking boxes.
Back onto the flat for Regal 10.
Yeah, he's had a couple of hurdle runs this campaign, and he was disappointing there at Ballarat, but his recent jump out back on the flat suggests he could be improving, but he just might want a little further than this.
Nice and fit now and very relaxed in the yard. He's conserving his energy well.
It's a drop in class for the 3 Senior Uno from the last on Mimsy, or one of the last races on Mimsy Day.
He's only had 2 runs for Mick Kent since coming from New Zealand, and it's been 1,600, 2,000 metres in harder grade. He's now dropping in grade, and I don't know whether he wants a little bit more ground or this is going to be the right recipe for him, but he's an on-speed horse who's been a little plain in his 2 runs in Australia today.
He does look really good in the yard, this horse, and he's coping well with his racing, holding really good condition, just has a tendency to get himself a little bit warm.
For Rick's Cafe, undefeated here. The last of those was here in that meeting at the tail end of August.
What a beauty this mare is. She returned in good order first up at Flemington behind Starlight Scope, and there's been solid form out of that race, and she continued her great run second up with a nice win here at Sandown 3 weeks ago over 1,600 metres, where she got a lovely run just in behind the speed and was strong at the end. And she looks to get a similar run here from an inside draw. Carleen Heffel's got a great association with her, and she's won over 1,800 in the past, so I think it's well within her grasp.
Improved really nicely since I saw her step out for a fresh parade. As you can see, she can now often get up on her toes and pump herself up in the mounting yard. She's certainly not getting herself worked up, and it's very typical of her parade.
Aaron Lang keeps the 5 Sir Rockford at his preferred track and trip.
Yeah, he goes really well at this venue, and Ben Mellum's got a great handle on this horse. He was narrowly beaten here only 2 weeks ago when behind Wycliffe and Flossing, and you'd think that form would be good enough to be competitive in this.
Handling his preparation really well. As you can see, the team utilise a couple of strappers with him in the mounting yard, but look, the last couple of times I've seen him on race day, he's really held himself together really nicely, and he's been pretty relaxed since he stepped foot in here.
Damien Oliver rode the opening winner of the day, Furious, 4 hours ago. Let's hope the 6 Aravine's worth sticking around for.
Well, this was a first run for Tom Dabernig last time out, and she ran really well behind No Surrender. Shokomova comes out of that race, and Shokomova is going to be heavily supported and very popular in the first race at Caulfield on Saturday. This looks a lovely stepping stone going to the 1,800 metres second up.
A long time since I've assessed her on race day, and she's matured into her frame really nicely. She's handled herself brilliantly in the yard this afternoon. She's been very relaxed, so she's going to give herself every chance.
We've seen the 7 reset the Jazz go forward in all 3 runs this preparation. It's yielded wins at Swan Hill and Geelong at his last 2.
Mark Zara's in the saddle last time out. It was a good win at Geelong. He went quick and kept up the gallop and just basically put his opposition into the ground. How's the record Mark Zara's got since joining up with the Lindsay Park team? He's had 5 wins from 9 rides this season.
Look, he's a lovely big galloper, really nice and athletic and fit for this. Can't knock him in the yard.
8 Unseen Rulers brought to town by Matty Williams after a victory on home soil.
It was some win last time out. He was a mile off them early. He sat back and roared down the middle of the track and was way too good for his rivals there. Clearly taking on tougher opposition in this, but he's heading into this contest in good order.
Another that keeps fronting up in the yard, looking in really good condition considering where he's at in his racing preparation. A couple of strappers on him wandering around the yard today, and he was nice and relaxed, heading down with the pony now.
9 Demarque had 4 runs in its first Australian early in preparation. Based on the information, looks like it's being trained out of Chris Waller's Mount Macedon base.
And he may want a little further than today's trip, but 1800 is a good kick-off point for him. He looks to be an out-and-out stayer, and he might excel once he gets to a mile and a half.
I feel like he's always been quite a nice, robust galloper. He carries a little bit of condition, and I think he'll tighten up a little bit off of this, but he's been clipped and he looked pretty healthy in the yard.
10 Freedom Escapes, been thereabouts in terms of finishing position and the market in all 4 runs this time in. It's only yielded 1 win.
And he loomed up to win at Warwick-Nabil last time out, and he just didn't see out the 2,000 metres, so freshened up back in trip. This is going to be a more suitable target for him.
A little bit of time between runs, but he's been kept up to the mark, and he was nice and relaxed in the yard as well.
And the September specialist, Dennis Pagan's got 11. Georgie Get Mad here was placed here last Wednesday.
Gets the blinkers on for the first time, and the effort at Caulfield 2 starts ago was very solid, and it looked as though last time out was the right opportunity to go forward, but Blake Shin was elected to take a sit on the back of Falcon and Malta, and Falcon and Malta was just too good for it on that occasion. But you'd think with the blinkers on, in a race with not a lot of speed, there might be a great opportunity for Georgie Get Mad to go forward and control it from the outset, and if that's the case, might be very hard to run down.
He's always had a super attitude on race day, and even with the blinkers going on today, he was still really nice and relaxed wandering around the yard. I think 2,000 metres, no issue whatsoever for him. He's got the build of a horse that, or 1,800 metres, he's got the build of a horse that obviously will appreciate this sort of distance range. Looks great in his coat too, nice and bright.
Zed, you've seen them well today. How do you find something to drive home with?
Oh, look, I couldn't really separate Rick's Cafe and Georgie Get Mad. I think they're both in the right race to run well. I think Georgie Get Mad gets a chance to roll forward and be tough to run down, and Rick's Cafe likely to just park in behind and watch for her to be sprouting wins in the concluding stages. So I think the race centres around the 2 key chances here, the 4 and the 11.
With the 7 on top here, reset the Jazz. I think he can carry on his winning way here. He looks super in the yard. He's a lovely big athletic type and just incredibly well prepared, really fit, really bright. And once the jockey got on, he really showed some life in the yard, so he's feeling well. He goes on top. Outside of that, the 4 Rick's Cafe next best. She's a mare that's really improved since I saw her first up. So there's 7 ahead of the 4 here.
Tell you what, the food mustn't be any good at Rick's Cafe because the punters are jumping off on masses out to $3.90 and got actually out to $4 as well. They're jumping on Georgie Get Mad, who's the market mover on Ladbrokes, and into $3.60 as we speak. So Rockford's improved in the betting into $7 as well. And you can just see there that Rick's Cafe going out the door. Aravine at $8.50 after being at 9s, but the market mover and the improver at $3.60 is number 11, Georgie Get Mad. Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on your screen or visit the website.
3 weeks after the fresh win, Philip Stokes brings Taramansour and Sheridan Clark back to try and repeat the dose again. Philip, appreciate your time. What's the first up run done for the horse in terms of fitness?
Look, it's brought him on, but he got us by surprise that day. His form said he couldn't do that, so that was a bonus. Do we get the second up blues today? I'm hoping not. We've tried to keep him fresh in that turn of foot in him, so all things equal, he should run very well.
Is it going to be a similar setup for him and Sheridan in terms of from that draw going back and trying to get him late?
Yeah, so he's drawn a bit better today, but you know he'll bounce midfield and he'll need some luck. But if he gets it, he should be thereabouts.
How do you and Sheridan assess the pace compared to the first up run?
Haven't really looked at it, to be honest with you, but I'm hoping they run along a bit.
Good luck.
Thank you.
The 11, Georgie Get Mad's probably the leader here, and he can get rolling along if Blake Shin wants to make it a genuine test over the 1,800 metres. Looks like it's got the good grounding now with the blinkers on, and market really coming for the 11, Georgie Get Mad, the son of Australia, bold chestnut who was good here last week behind Falcon of Malta, and on the quick back up. It's a 7-day break. A lot of punters like that recipe, and just seeing a bit of rain coming across the course now here as we get to the final race at Sandown for several months, as it will now enjoy a bit of a break through the spring carnival. I think we're back here in the back end of the carnival as we start to head into the summer period of racing. It's been a great season for Sandown through the winter, carrying a lot of the load and held up particularly well getting to this point in time. But here in the last, punters are pretty keen on the 11, Georgie Get Mad, now into $3.60. 2 minutes out here from race number 8, which is the 1,800 metre contest. Good luck if you're still alive in the last leg of the quaddie. And to be alive in the quaddie, if you're just tuning in and you haven't had the opportunity to catch some of the results, race number 5 on the card was won by Baldino, the favourite, running really well. Race number 6 was taken out by Glitzing for Damien Lane and Denny O'Brien. And race number 7, the previous event, was taken out by Luna Cat with Celine Gaudray in the saddle. And be some decent quaddie dividends going into the last for those that are still alive. But here the favourite, very popular, is Georgie Get Mad for Dennis Pagan and Blake Shin. Blake's been aboard this horse its past couple of runs. It was terrific at Caulfield and was very brave here 7 days ago. You can see why punters are quite keen on it. I didn't think there was much separating it, and also Rick's Cafe, who's just trimmed up back into $3.70 after getting as high as $3.90 and $4 in some sections of the marketplace. So I've had a great afternoon of racing. Some impressive wins earlier in the program. Furious first up for the Hawks team, and Honor Galore will be a filly to follow for Cliff Brown. Looks as though she'll be able to step up in grade and be competitive at something a little stronger than what she faced here.
They're the two highest quality efforts of the day for horses that could progress to something Saturday or Stokes-ish.
I would assume so, yes, especially when they're lightly raced 3-year-olds with the spring ahead of them.
Interested to see where Cliff Brown goes with Honor Galore. As we spoke to him in the post-race interview, there's so many options for fillies to try and get some black type in the sprinting ranks over the next couple of months. Loading process underway for the last. Here's Matt Hill.
Mad. Rick's Cafe was a good winner last start, albeit she was second up, and she's a good horse second up. And a lot of her good work has been on Rain Affected. She's probably a little bit better on Rain Affected. Gets a firm deck here. Now Sir Rockford goes forwards. So we've got a couple to get set over there. Unseen Ruler to join them, with Jared Fry to take an outside alley, and also Taramansour. And also the other one just hiding at the back of the chute, Reset the Jazz, who's won its last 2. Looking for a 3-peat and has the services of Melbourne Cup winning jockey Mark Zara. So Reset the Jazz comes along for the Lindsay Park team, who had a winner earlier. Doubles for Celine Gaudray and also Damien Lane. The jockeys ranks this afternoon. And Mara Eustace with a double. In the training ranks as Taramansour is brought forward, and Unseen Ruler is going to be the last. Unseen Ruler goes in, completes the line, and they're locked away. 11 to go. An attendant just clambering in towards the inside with Demarque. Signal from behind. They look right. Gates are back and away. Aravine towards the outside, away fairly. Reset the Jazz jumped well. Straight to the lead from Georgie Get Mad. Sir Rockford Raise You 10. They were followed by Taramansour, and Demarque isn't too far away. Rick's Cafe is shade beyond midfield, but picks up some ground on the fence from Senor Uno, and they were followed by Aravine, Freedom Escape, and Unseen Ruler is last. Reset the Jazz at the 1400 metres. Strides out by 2 lengths Georgie Get Mad, and they put up a buffer of about 3.5 lengths to Raise You 10, and also Sir Rockford. Out deeper, Taramansour is pulling its way forward. 2 further back, Demarque, the outside of Rick's Cafe. 1.5 lengths away, Aravine. Well back, Senor Uno, Unseen Ruler, and Freedom Escape. That's the order as they run off the back section. 1,000 to go. Reset the Jazz by 1.5 lengths. Tried to take a steadier from Georgie Get Mad second. Third is Taramansour. 1.5 lengths, Sir Rockford. 3/4, Raise You 10. 1.5 lengths, Rick's Cafe, Demarque. And then came Aravine, Unseen Ruler, Freedom Escape, and Senor Uno is at the tail of the field. 650 metres to go. Reset the Jazz by 1.5 lengths to Georgie Get Mad. Then came Taramansour as they run the corner at the 550. Next is Sir Rockford, Raise You 10. Rick's Cafe with a little bit to do here as they run down Corrigan Dip from Demarque. Senor Uno's virtually been pulled up out of the race. Reset the Jazz at the 350 led, but Georgie Get Mad is chasing. Taramansour and Sir Rockford down the outside, and Rick's Cafe is staying on. Reset the Jazz at the 200, grabbed by Georgie Get Mad. Then Taramansour, Rick's Cafe and Unseen Ruler finish on. Still Georgie Get Mad. Taramansour coming at Georgie Get Mad. Georgie Get Mad. Taramansour. has just won from Georgie Get Mad. Photo third, Rick's Cafe and Unseen Ruler, followed by Reset the Jazz. Next, Aravine Sir Rockford, and behind those horses on the outside, Demarque. They finished in a real blanket. A long gap in the field, Freedom Escape and Raise You 10. Taramansour, Sheridan Clark at $13.370. Those that were listening to RSN Racing Radio this morning, it was a good tip for Taramansour from expert Mark Hunter. $13.370 has defeated Georgie Get Mad second. Well, was in front for nearly every part of the home straight, but has just been nailed near the line. And we have a photo finish for third. Rick's Cafe has stayed on. We'll just get that ahead of a really good go for fourth between Unseen Ruler and Reset the Jazz. That's a good go for first four players. But it's Taramansour, Sheridan Clark for Philip Stokes. The 7-year-old bay gelding by Dan Silly wins 6 at start number 25. Has put 2 on the bounce. Taramansour. Interim placings are 1, 11, 4 and 8. 1, 11, 4 and 8. Georgie Get Mad second. Third, 4, Rick's Cafe. Fourth, 8, Unseen Ruler. Fifth, 7, Reset the Jazz. Time 1:50.16 with margins to follow in a good go to the final race on the program. Seemed to happen in slow motion with Georgie Get Mad striking the front and was just trying to stave them off and look beaten numerous times up the home straight. But Taramansour has put 2 on end and Philip Stokes has really got this gelding going great guns. The penny has well and truly dropped. 25 starts for 6 wins and 6 minor placings, and has enjoyed going back to a firm deck as well. It was a long head, the winning margin by a neck, winning in the gloom here to end the day. Nigel, as we head down to you, you've got the winning trainer, Philip Stokes.
Yeah, same bat time, same bat channel. Philip Stokes, 1600 fresh, 1800 second up. Sheridan Clark with a couple of really sensible steers. Philip, you must be wrapped, but you drew it up for us pretty well pre-race. You were hoping to sit midfield in the end, got even a little bit further forward.
He actually pulled himself forward. No, he's done well, this horse. Sheridan rode him well and got there at the last bob. So, look, his form said he should get better over a trip. I'm not sure what to make of him yet. He's maybe kept fresh 2,000 maybe, not sure. But the horse is going great. Very happy for the big ownership group here. They're getting a big thrill out of it. And Mark, he's a good supporter of the stable, and the team have done a great job.
Got the sort of rating to sit around benchmark races as they continue to unfold in the prep, but talk about maybe 2,000 metres. You find a lower end sort of country cup for him with the right conditions?
Yeah, definitely. I think that would fit his profile really well.
We almost need the grandstand seating here. These owners who've got back-to-back wins are pretty happy. Philip, 3 heading to Caulfield on Saturday. Darshan Sweet Jr. is clearly going to be in need of more ground and a fitness run, I'd imagine, in the MRC Foundation Cup. But Prince Zero, Guineas Prelude, Savannah Cloud to the Testarossa. How's the race set up for both of those?
Look, they're hard races, but they all worked up well yesterday. We're happy with them. Savannah's obviously won at Caulfield 2 starts ago. Looks a nice race for him. There's a short price favourite in it. Prince Zero, we don't know where his bottom is, so he's going good. And don't give up on Dake Sweet Jr. I think he can run a race.
Okay, that's good insight for everybody. Well done on the magic fairy dust you've sprinkled on Taramansour and the very, very happy group of owners.
Thank you.
Yeah, big performance here with Taramansour, and so shouldn't the owners be very happy. Horses had 2 starts for Philip Stokes and now 2 victories, and Sheridan Clark didn't have the easiest time getting Taramansour across the heels of Georgie Get Mad, as they wanted to drift up the track a little bit. She had the whip in the right hand. The horse just wanted to duck in a touch, but as it levelled up on the outside, it was able to continue to get stronger and stronger, and Georgie Get Mad was there to win, but just found the Taramansour a little bit too tough over the concluding stages. Nice performance from Rick's Cafe, but let's hear from the winning jockey.
And Sheridan Clark joins us, 2 for 2 for her and Taramansour this prep so far. And this group of owners, I don't know what their reaction was like a couple of weeks ago, but it seems like they've tripled in number and they might carry you back to the jockey's room. What's clicked for this horse, in your opinion, in the 2 runs?
I think he's just really happy at home. In between his runs, he gets freshened up and goes up to the farm and enjoys life up at the farm for a couple of days and then comes back and does it all again.
Philip detecting that he might have pulled you a little bit forward in the run there. How did you have to readjust on the fly?
I didn't expect him to jump so well today. He didn't jump as well last time, but no, I was just happy just to keep him rolling and be comfortable where he was.
Sheridan, well done. There's a very happy group of owners who are about to hang on every word in terms of your synopsis. Well done.
Beautiful, thank you.
All smiles for Sheridan Clark and everybody attached to Taramansour. Wonderful scenes here. Philip Stokes has got his team going well, and this horse is certainly epitomising that. Big thank you to Brent Saraf from Jane Ivel and all our team behind the scenes from our Sandown perspective this afternoon. More racing to come from Strathalbyn after this. Can't wait to see you Saturday. The Underwood Stakes meeting looks like a fantastic day of racing. We'll bring you all the colour and action from Caulfield Saturday.
My halo, I sold my wings for a pack of cigarettes and 67 Mustang. They couldn't handle me and my...
This race day.